Hi, I'm Cindy Lasher, clinical hypnotist. I'm sitting here in this beautiful weather in September in Minnesota, and I know that if you're familiar with Minnesota, the snow could fly pretty much any time now. So I'm pretending I'm in Hawaii. I'm going to milk this, I'm going to get this into my subconscious mind, and I'm going to just keep saying to myself, Hawaii, 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 as long as I can. Maybe it'll help to keep this beautiful weather around here. So what I'd like to do with you today, if I may, is invite you to experience a little bit of what hypnosis is. These are a couple of demonstrations that I do. They don't take you all the way down into hypnosis, but they take you a little bit, shall we say, we walk down the path just a ways, and it'll give you a little bit of insight into the power of your mind, give you a little bit of an idea about how you personally process suggestions. And that could be of interest to you, yes, because we always want to learn more about ourselves. So what I'd like you to do, if you're willing to play along with me, say, yes, I am, is just close your eyes. You're going to miss my beautiful Hawaiian shirt, but close your eyes anyhow. And what I'd like you to do is pretend that you're at home in your kitchen and imagine that you're there. See it to the extent that you can. Not everyone can visualize, but everyone can imagine. So just imagine that you're at home in your kitchen. It helps to look down at your feet, notice what you're wearing on your feet, and then glance around again and allow your mind to fill in as many details as it will about your kitchen. You know what it looks like. Imagine it now and see yourself there. Now I'd like you to walk over to your refrigerator. Feel the ground, the floor underneath your feet as you walk over to your refrigerator. Reach out and take a hold of the refrigerator door. Feel that refrigerator door handle in your hand. Feel the texture of it, the size of it, how solid it is, the temperature of it, everything about it. Really notice it, really feel it in your hand, okay? Good. Now go ahead and start to pull that door open. The magnet's going to try and hold, then it's going to give, and that door opens for you. The light comes on the refrigerator and some of that cold air spills out onto you. You can feel that on your face. Look around in that refrigerator, and everything that's normally in your refrigerator is there right now, except that today, whether it would normally be there or not, there's a beautiful bowl of bright yellow ripe lemons. Oh, they're so pretty. Now what I want you to do is reach out and touch one of those lemons. Feel the temperature, the coldness of the lemon. Feel the texture, the bumpy lemon rind, the smoothness of it. Pick that lemon up in your hand and feel the weight of it. Heft it a little bit. Notice what you can tell about it, its weight in your hand. Okay. Now go ahead and close that refrigerator door and take that lemon over to where you normally keep your knives and take out a knife. Now slice into that lemon. You can feel the lemon rind trying to resist and then giving and tearing underneath that knife, and some of that lemon oil shoots out. Can you smell that fresh lemon scent as that lemon rind opens up? Smell that. That's a great smell. Now go ahead and cut that lemon into 4 equally sized wedges. And take one of those lemons now, one of those lemon wedges in between your thumb and your middle finger, and pick it up and hold it and look down at it. And you're looking at the flesh. You're looking at that citrus fruit flesh in there, and you're noticing all the little cells of that citrus fruit, and maybe some of the juice drips down onto the palm of your hand. And bring it up to your nose and smell it. Give that lemon a sniff and smell that powerful, wonderful, lemony, fresh smell. Notice if there's any seeds in there or anything like that. Maybe you want to pick some of those seeds out, because now you're going to take that lemon wedge and you're going to put it in your mouth and take a nice big juicy bite out of it and feel that lemon give between your teeth. All of those little cells that you were looking at a moment ago bursting and releasing their juice into your mouth. Feel all those lemon juices flowing, the sourness around the sides of your tongue. Now notice what's happening in your mouth. You can open your eyes and tell me the truth. How much more saliva do you have in your mouth now than you did when you started to do this? What this tells us is that the subconscious mind, as I've mentioned in some of my other videos, does not understand, does not know the difference between reality and something that we imagine in great detail. So there's a lot of power to that. It gives us an avenue to make a lot of positive changes. It gives us an opportunity to make your subconscious mind feel as though it's already had an experience. And guess what your comfort zone comes from? Your experiences through repetition. So if you want to become more comfortable taking tests, speaking in public, moving ahead in your career, establishing that new love life, imagine these things in great detail while you're in this light state of hypnosis, because believe it or not, you were just in a very light state of hypnosis. That will establish more and more evidence in your subconscious mind that you already do these things. And so when the time comes to do them in real life, you'll behave the way you rehearsed in hypnosis. Are you ready to try one more? Okay, what I'd like you to do is, once again, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to put your arms out right straight in front of you. You can peek a little right now and see what I'm doing, okay? Turn one of your palms up. I don't care which one. All right, close your eyes again and keep your hands, your arms just like that. Now I want you to imagine that I'm right there with you, and I'm placing a bowling ball into the upturned palm of that arm, and that arm immediately starts to get heavier and heavier and heavier. That bowling ball is hard to hold out there at that angle. Now the wrist of the other arm, I'm tying a group of really large helium balloons. It's a big bunch of really large helium balloons, and in your mind's eye you can see those helium balloons. Maybe you can even see what color they are. Are they multiple colors, or are they all one color? And what color are they? Imagine those balloons in as much detail as you can, and see those balloons starting to lift and rise and lift and rise and lift and rise. They're going right up into the sky. If you're in a house, they're going right up through the ceiling and right up through the roof. And in the meantime, that arm with the bowling ball is getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. I'm tying another large bunch of helium balloons onto that wrist, and they're lifting even higher, twice as much lift now, higher and higher. You can see them in your mind's eye. They want to go way up into the air. They want to head for the stratosphere, lifting and rising and lifting and rising. And that other arm with the bowling ball, that arm is getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Heavier and heavier and heavier, the arm with the balloons lifting and rising and lifting and rising. Now, freeze your arms wherever they are right now. Open your eyes and take a look at where your arms are. I'm going to tell you something that maybe a lot of hypnotists wouldn't tell you about, because a lot of hypnotists would just leave it like that and say, now, look how wonderful this is, and it is, that you didn't consciously move your arms at all, and that tells you the power of hypnosis, and yes, it does. But it tells you a little bit something else too, because the way I just structured my suggestions, you can understand whether or not you respond more to a direct suggestion, sit there, or an indirect suggestion. Because the suggestion that I gave you for your arm with the bowling ball was a direct suggestion. I told you directly that that arm is getting heavier. So if you experienced that arm moving more, then you take direct suggestion more readily than indirect suggestion. If the arm with the balloons tied around it was higher up or had more of a difference from your starting point, then you take indirect suggestion, because I never told you that arm was getting lighter. I never told you that that arm was going to lift. I said the balloons were going up. So it tells you a little bit of insight into yourself, about how you respond to the world around you, and that is always interesting. So if you'd like to learn more about hypnosis, self-hypnosis, how you can use these techniques for yourself, I encourage you to come to my website, www.changeworkshypnosis.com, because we can make change work for you. Thanks.